welcome back to another Renae's recap. There's a lot of noise outside, but we're just gonna continue with it. So today we are recapping the last week, and so basically this week technically was not a week of school because they closed the school for a week to prepare to go to remote schooling. And so basically this week, like, I didn't really have like any obligations. Like, I didn't have class. My external placement at the elementary school was closed because they were on spring break. My other external placement, there are a lot of like high-risk people, and so we didn't go there, but I still had clinical team meeting and just like me trying to get adjusted to living at home all the time. Living at home sounds crazy, but like just me being home all the time is an adjustment. And so basically that week, the only real things that happened were I had supervision. Basically we talked extensively about my clients because we are moving to telehealth, just like some logistics about re-getting consent, emphasizing that doing telehealth is not like subpar service, and just, you know, I think trying to get my clients on board with it and get them started and get them up and running with it was mainly the focus of my CBT. And so that was Monday. I would say that Monday and Tuesday were probably my worst days of that week, just because I just couldn't get it together. Like, I was really freaked out. And I was like, what do I do if I don't have school? Like, it sounds like really weird, but it was like a huge like stop to my normal routine, my normalcy, and my life that I had somewhat planned. It was just like a complete stop, like no like slow to stop. It was just like hard stop. All this stuff is done. Like, it's the transition from like having a normal week to not having a normal week was like so abrupt and so just like sudden. It kind of threw me off for a few days, which I think is to be expected. Yeah, and so Tuesday I tried to get some stuff done. Mostly I worked on assignments, so I got quite a bit of schoolwork done as I was like trying to figure out my groove of the school week. And so I was able to finish like half an assignment that is due in May. I finished a presentation that's due in like 2 weeks. What else did I get done? Oh, sorry, I have a notebook. I submitted a paper that was due. There was a shadowing paper I needed to finish, and just like tried to tie up as many like loose ends as possible, because I knew that if, you know, going into this next week and going into the week of once my remote classes start, I wasn't really sure how that was going to look. So I was trying to just, you know, work ahead as much as possible to get things done. And so far it worked out pretty well. I got quite a bit of work done. So then Tuesday I didn't go anywhere because the elementary school was on spring break. And then my other external placement, I decided not to go. I just wasn't feeling it that day. Like, I was just emotionally kind of drained. Like, it sounds crazy to say, like, I just felt like emotionally not there. Like, I was just having a hard time just like regulating, figuring out what it is that I needed to be doing. It was just like, I was like, you know, going from like being fine to like straight up panicking and like having many panic attacks. And I was like, do I go home? Like, do I drive to Virginia with the dog by myself, which we have never done before? Do I go to Ohio and stay with my grandmother for this time? Like, I just didn't know what I needed to do. Freaking out just a little bit. So then that brings us to Wednesday. Wednesday was probably like the curve of me like getting some normalcy. I had an individual meeting with my advisor about my thesis, which went really well. Yeah, it's moving and grooving, and yeah, basically that's all there was to that day. Also on Wednesday I started Love is Blind, so if you watch that and you follow me over on Twitter, I talk about Love is Blind. I have a whole thread about my reactions to that show, so you know, if you want to follow your girl on Twitter, you can do that. On Thursday, we had clinical team meeting. Basically, we just like touched base to see how everybody was doing with the abrupt stop to our semester and the abrupt change to our semester. It's like a hard right turn, and just checking in with everybody, making sure everybody had what they needed in terms of their clients, making sure that logistically we were all on the same page, like what trainings to do, what how we were going to start doing telehealth, all that good stuff. And then on Friday we had a like virtual town hall meeting with the whole program where we just talked logistics, students' concerns, trying to think what else. That's pretty much it. Just trying to get everybody on the same page. Lots of people are freaking out. Lots of us are stressed out. And I know that some of the students felt like faculty wasn't taking it as seriously as they needed to. And so I think that meeting, everybody's on the same page. Here's what we're doing. They like suspended all in-person counseling for that week. And just, we're moving forward with telehealth. This is how it's going. And I think what's the most like weird part is just like stuff is changing so fast, and like every single day something new is happening. Like on Monday we were still like okay, so going back to the week before during my spring break when this kind of started to like hit the fan, like we were still seeing clients, and then we were still expected to see clients this week that I'm talking about. And like Monday they were like, still see clients. Tuesday we're like, okay, no, nobody's seeing clients anymore. Wednesdays they're like, okay, we're moving to telehealth. Nobody sees anybody for the rest of the week. And so it feels very chaotic and scary, and I'm still trying to just wrap my head around it. And you know, just working through being alone, I guess. Like, I mean, I have my dog, great. Like Nehemiah is a great companion. He's a good dog, but it's just like the like sheer fact that like I didn't realize how much social interaction I got from school, and then for that all to be gone, like it kind of feels like there was this tweet that talked about like one time you go to the park and you play, and then it's like your last time ever going to the park. It kind of feels like that. Like I didn't realize when it was like the last time, or I would have, you know, like enjoyed it more, I guess. And so that's kind of just like, I didn't realize that the last time I saw them, like almost 2 weeks ago, was gonna be like the last time I would see them, which sounds like so melodramatic, but like, I don't know, I get a lot out of the social interactions I get from school, and then to have that be gone all of a sudden is difficult. So basically that was it for that week. Oh, my lab also had like a happy hour. I think that was on Saturday. We had like a lab happy hour where we all just like kind of hung out on Zoom and like checked in with each other, and that was pretty great. But it was just like not a great week for me. Like my anxiety was like through the roof. Like I just was not able to like pull it together, and surprisingly like I was able to be productive, but like I felt awful that whole week. And so what I did was on Sunday, or maybe our happy hour was on Sunday, I don't remember. On Saturday, no, it had to be Saturday, sorry. So on Saturday what I did was I just took the day off and I played Sims all day. I listened to like tons of music and just like hung out and didn't do any schoolwork, just to like reset myself. And like, yeah, so this recap was all over the place, but basically it was a not great week for me and my anxiety and, you know, the world. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say about it other than it was not great. But basically be sure to follow me over on my Instagram. I'm posting there a lot. I have been having to like limit my social media, but yeah, I've been posting on Instagram quite a bit. You can follow me over there. If you watched this far, leave like a springtime emoji, because it's finally getting to be spring here in St. Louis, and super excited about that. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. These are weird times we're living in, so I hope that, you know, these videos provide some solace for you. And that's pretty much it. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, and I love you all so much. Bye.